Best Damn Sports Podcast, period. 806. 806. 806. Catching the vibe. 806. I love a night. 806. 806. 806. 806. Shout out G. 806. 806.
We're now in the mix with DJ Wolfka.
You already know what it is. It's your boy Melly Mellon. This is the Best Damn Sports Podcast, period. This is 806 The Show. We've got a fantastic show for y'all today. As always, I am joined by my co-host to the left, the Chinese food connoisseur, the hooper of all hoopers. Make some noise for Ari G.
What up, guys?
Welcome back.
And my co-host to the right, former Salem High football captain, the suntan Superman himself. Make some noise for Sanchez.
How y'all doing?
Right? And when I say special episode, I mean special episode. Because we got some true hoopers in the building. First, two-time conference MVP out of Lynn Tech. And when he was at D1 Coppin State, he averaged over 20 points a game against UConn, Texas, the Illini, and Kentucky.
Let's go.
The legend himself,
Let's go.
Tony Gallo.
Appreciate you having me.
A little closer to the mic so the fans can hear you.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
I get used to this again.
I know. Come on, man. You got to be in front of the mic. You got to be,
Yeah, man. So I got y'all.
Yeah,
let's go.
Hey, anytime you want to come by.
Let's get it.
Always
And the
welcome.
real special guest, 2008 NBA champion for the Boston Celtics, and the announcer, the White Mamba himself,
Let's go.
Brian Scalabrine.
And I did not average 20 against Kentucky, the Illini, UConn.
Them USC days, hey, you did your thing in them USC days,
Oh,
right?
man. No, it's funny when they were doing that with you, Tony, because I know how you are, man. Super humble. Man, this is a podcast. We gotta go to another level. Right?
Yeah, you gotta go over here.
Comfortable, but I
We're gonna bring it out of them for sure.
I appreciate
You know
it.
what? I appreciate you guys having me. We had a tryout today for Team White Mamba, and I'm over here. And he said it's the best podcast in the area, so we're trying to make it happen.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Well, I don't know if you guys heard the news. Kind of NBA's kind of been a little,
hectic.
A couple people got traded.
A little spicy.
It's not really real big news, but I guess we could talk about it, right? It just,
If you want to.
I know. I guess, right? It's fine. We'll talk about it.
guess.
Yeah, Luka got traded to the Lakers.
Yeah. To the Lakers.
To the Lakers
For who?
Luka Doncic.
for Anthony Davis and 2 bags of chips is really what happened. Unfortunately.
Disrespecting Max Christie and the 2029 unprotected first round
I know.
pick.
Yeah. I like
Bag
Max
of
Christie.
chips?
Max Christie is on my fantasy team. But what I'm trying to say is
He played well too when he came back.
Rudy Gobert got 4 first-round picks and everybody.
Yeah, I know.
Facts.
And Luka got...
AD's AD still.
Yes, he's AD,
But
but
like
like...
healthy at AD too.
I mean,
He's injured right now.
can we just admit now that after getting destroyed by the Celtics last year in the finals, I mean, they went at his head.
Yeah.
They went at his neck. They were on him every day. So they would drive the ball, they would kick it. Whoever Luka was guarding, they would drive the ball. And that's what's happening this year. Sometimes in the NBA, you pull the curtain back on these stars.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, people are looking at Luka Doncic and saying, you know what? Our offense should just be, let's attack him. And I'm not trying to be dismissive to myself, but there's no more Brian Scalabrinis in the league anymore.
Exactly.
Dudes are ballers now. Like, they've been working with Tony Gallo since they were 10 years old.
Yeah.
These guys are pros at 10, 11, 12. So now all of a sudden, They see Luka, they're like, man, I'm going at him. That's the difference between this new generation.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, we all were scared of Michael Jordan.
Yeah,
I was scared of Shaq, Kobe.
As you should be.
These dudes are not scared of the stars anymore. They've been playing against in high level EYBL, and they go at their head. So the new wave of the NBA is different now.
Yeah.
So if you can't guard, and Anthony Davis can guard,
Absolutely.
and he's defensive versatility. If you can't guard, and you guys now know where I stand on this trade, how can you win a championship?
Absolutely.
Because we're talking about the highest level with the best players.
Yes.
You're going to be able to, like, I get what Luka does. He's 30, he's 10, he's 10. I get it.
Right.
But if you can't guard on the perimeter, you're going to get exposed. Okay. And then they're going to pick you up full court, and you're going to dribble the ball for 10 seconds, and it's hard to win that way.
Absolutely. Tony, your thoughts on the trade?
Man, I'm just excited to see what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a basketball fan. I'm not in the business of it, so I'm watching it here and there. I'm more into the skill set and taking new moves, but I think it's a good headline. I think the league is going towards the entertainment side, and this is kind of a great cherry on top right now to kick off the trade deadline.
Absolutely.
So I'm just interested to see. I think, again, LeBron and Luka playing together as a fan, a basketball fan.
It's fun to watch. Definitely gonna be fun to watch.
It's going to be extremely fun to watch. Now, do I think it's going to be a beneficial trade for him? That's not my job to decide. I'm just here to watch and enjoy it.
Here's my only thing. If I don't necessarily agree you should have traded Luka, but if that was what you wanted to do, if you're like, yes, I want to defense wins championships, that's what I focus with. You don't think you could have just called a couple more people and be like, "Hey, I have Luka available." What do you think of someone?
Right no
would someone
doubt.
like
No
a
doubt.
GM somewhere else give for Luka? I've heard people
lot.
online say like, the biggest haul of all time."
Yeah.
For Luka. He made one phone call. Even if Anthony Davis was your guy, even if like that was your guy.
It was his guy.
Yeah, clearly. Yeah.
It was his guy. But you're right. The problem is you let that get out there, it's bad news. If it falls through, now what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Now it devalues it.
And then Luka's like, "You tried to trade me?"
Yeah, it goes. It's a bad place to go. But like, you know what? To be honest with you, I give Nico Harrison some credit. You got to have some balls.
Yeah,
to do something like that.
absolutely. Something like
you go
that.
to the finals. Like his job security is locked in. His job security locked in for 4 or 5 years, making big money at Dallas, running the team. You can always say the finals, but he put it out there. So I give him credit for doing it. I do agree with you.
Yeah.
How could you gauge the interest?
Yeah.
But they have Gafford, they have Lively. Anthony Davis will play the 4. They'll play some double big. They want to move the ball. We'll see where they finish. Like last year, think about it, the Lakers lost in the first round. They get to the second round, they improved.
Right.
Dallas Mavericks went to the finals. So what? They got to go to the finals again, or else they're in trouble.
It's just crazy that they made it to the finals, and you wanted to change the whole team
The
up so
league
much.
changes fast. The
real-
league.
real
Ask Tony.
fast.
Tony, the league. You watch the league. One day it's like this, the next day it's like that. One day it's spread pick and roll, next day it's 5 out. One day it's a ISO league, then it's a cutting league. One day it's a no big league, now it's a double big league.
It's a copycat league, right?
It changed.
Whatever works.
Yeah, we ran Porzingis and Horford, and people were like, "Dude, for us to beat the Celtics, we got to have 2 bigs that can defend the rim because we can't have guys getting to the rim attacking. So you have to, if one big is on the perimeter, and coaches can now, if you're a coach, you can take a big and move them away, but you can't move 2 bigs away.
Right.
So that's what they're thinking, and that's what Dallas is putting all their chips in the table for that. And they didn't think Luka was that guy. I give him credit for doing it. I don't know if it's going to work. I'm with Tony. I don't know if it's going to work. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
My thing about it is that they keep bringing up the narrative that he was overweight, he's 270 and all that. Like that's first of all, when I saw him on the Lakers.
Oh yeah, the
off
picture
break,
day.
he
Whatever the.
looked like he was in pretty good shape.
Right.
Now Luka's never been in perfect shape, and hopefully being with LeBron will help out. But the fact that they're basically making him like not the bad guy in the situation, but just the fact that they're trying to devalue him as he goes out was kind of something that I didn't
4
like.
calf strains in 6 months.
True.
Oh yeah.
That is true.
So
and that's
not
why
a
it
calf
dropped
strain.
down.
Well, you can have 1. You got 4, then like you got
There's
a problem.
there's a problem. Absolutely a problem.
So. And by the way, let's be real. None of y'all writing the check. It's $345 million for a guy to have 4 calf strains in 6 months. You're about to cut that? And then his taxes on top of that.
Yep.
What about AD?
It's less
No, he makes money, but it's
No, I mean, but like he was just injury prone a lot of his
Exactly.
career, too.
go look at
Taking
the
that risk.
last
Last season he played a lot.
Yeah, 72.
Yeah, he played a lot
Right,
last season.
until he was hurt. He's hurt right now with the abdominal, but he's been relatively healthy. So yeah, like it's all things you have to consider, no doubt. But AD's contract is going to run out.
Yeah.
Luka, you're about to ink him for
That's the difference.
an extension, and that's a
True.
big difference.
He lost a lot of money with that, too.
We're not paying the money, we ain't paying the taxes, and we ain't responsible for the Dallas Mavericks long term. So that definitely went into the decision as well. New ownership, we know damn well Mark Cuban is never going to let Luka go. The new ownership is like, wait a minute here. If you look at the league, it's hard to stay on top. Right. It is.
Yeah.
The Celtics did it because they traded Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, and got Jaylen Brown and Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
If they didn't do that, you know how hard it is to get back on top without having dynamic top 5 picks. It's almost it's not impossible, but you got to get lucky.
Yeah, not many teams do it. The Lakers sometimes
They
do
seem
it.
they seem to always have that. You know what I mean? It's like right when you think they're
in
gonna
trade
have some
situations.
bad years, all of a sudden
they always something.
they get like, let's get the best player in the league. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just think this is a move that like you could have did this in the offseason.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
The urgency made it seem like something like we don't know something.
I totally
There's something
agree.
we don't
Yeah.
know. For them to keep it that secret, for even Jason Kidd to not have a whiff of what's going on.
And he looked like he was upset.
He was
You trade your 25
confused, upset. There's definitely some stuff that's missing that we don't know. As it should be. Again, that type of money, that's their investment. And you got to think of it, right, as from that, they're a product. They're not people in that situation. So am I gonna put my max money on a tainted product? Probably not, right? No matter what their potential
that tainted
could be.
that tainted product dropped 71 points in the game last year.
No, absolutely. You got
On the exact same day.
And you got to respect it, but it's an 82 season game. It's an 82 season game. A lot changes in a year in basketball world. Right?
It does.
A year in basketball is 5 years. The way the stress they put on their body, and him not being in the shape he could be in. But like you said, I think him being with LeBron being that big of a factor on him will change him personally. I think he'll value his health. He'll value being in shape because. Man, I was pretty good, but imagine being that good and not have to go in shape. What's going to really motivate you to push a little bit more? Like, he's already better
team
than
trading you.
every guard.
Yeah, you have to think about that. So let's go back in history, right? You could say if Larry and Magic, when they lost, they were back out there. They're like doing that work, right? Jordan, he got beat by the Pistons. Yeah. He's like, I got to get stronger. I got to put on Kobe. Look at Jaylen Brown this year compared to last year. So Luka got embarrassed. Let's be honest. He got embarrassed last year in the finals. Like, he put up big numbers, but everyone could watch and be like, man, this dude's getting worked defensively, and they're picking him up. And he was good.
Yeah.
If you would think that the next day, you would want that guy to come back and be like a man possessed. I'm done with this, man. No one's going to do that to me again.
Yeah.
Came back out of shape. I mean, and he went to play in the offseason with Slovenia, and he still came in out of shape. So if you're not motivated at that point, then what's going to motivate you?
How much do you love it, right? I mean, I've talked to enough people in the league to talk about a lot of the guys aren't in there because they love it, right? They love what comes with it. Sure. They love, being an NBA player. But to love it, I can't see somebody loving it get kicked on their ass the day before and not work the next day, right? Yeah. For me, that maybe – from GM standpoint, we want a worker. I don't know what their mindset is there, but we want someone that's going to come in. We want to invest. I mean, AD's been hurt, but he's a worker. And you would know more than me.
Yeah, AD works.
He's limited by injuries. That's some stuff you can't control, but
I just believe on a 25-year-old, that's something that you could probably.
You could definitely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's what the Lakers think.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, that's what the Lakers think.
But is $345 million?
You're right.
Is that something?
That's a risky.
No. I mean, if you got the money,
he's nasty. Like we can. Luka is.
Luka Magic is still.
It's real. I'm not saying it's not. I just think I keep saying it right. Like 3 years ago, you can hide a guy.
Yeah.
You can't hide a guy anymore. Just watch the league right now, dude. I'm telling you, man. When the garbage time happens, it ain't garbage time anymore, man. I watch these guys and I'm like, man, these guys are nasty. Dude, I watched the G League game the other day. Those guys are nasty. I went to watch AJ DeBansta the other day down in Orlando, and I told a guy, I said, This game looked like my college game, which was I played in the Pac-10.
Yeah.
Like I played against Arizona, UCLA.
Yeah.
I'm like,
conference.
the level of this game was like the game when I played in college. Dude, everything has gone way up. Old heads complaining about new players. I don't know. I don't understand how they do that. They have one ground to stand on. These dudes play so much. Maybe they're not as competitive as the old heads were.
Yeah.
But there's no way you can compare the skill level of these players now to what it was back
evolution.
in the day.
That's every sport.
And all the
Evolution,
resources they
no
have.
doubt.
Think about all the new equipment and technology they have these
It's
days.
because of Tony Gallo.
Yeah.
Blame Tony Gallo. Tony Gallo brings. I meet dudes.
Yeah, when I see those clips, I'm thinking like, damn, I wish I had this when I was
Oh
young.
my God. Me too.
Yeah, right?
Me too.
I'm better now at 30. I just turned 36. I'm better now than I was at 25,
By the way, we
24.
told
just
you
because
all-
I'm more skilled.
We told you off camera, but I'd be remiss if I didn't say it on camera. Happy belated
Yes,
birthday, my
sir.
brother.
Happy belated. How old are you now?
36.
36.
Hit it.
36 young.
Man, you know he still beats. Like I have a Team White Mamba team that goes in. These kids all want to go to college. None of them can beat him.
the gatekeeper.
No, like if I had a tryout, say all you gotta do is beat my man one on one, I wouldn't have a team.
That's a good person to have on the staff.
He
then.
cooks them. It ain't even close. He cooks them, man. He cooks them.
Gotta stay. Gotta stay in the moment. Gotta stay relevant. That's what it is.
Yeah. So you bring up the AAU team. Let's dive into it. First of all, how did this matchup happen? How did you
Pick
guys
up.
pick up?
okay.
Let me tell
He
you.
cooked you in pickup and you had to bring him on. Is that what happened?
He's the one guy who beat
Kinda.
you.
He's the one guy who beat you. No, I wouldn't play him. He cooked me for sure. No, he just processes. Boom. Like I'm not playing him. But let me tell you, like so in my world, I've been doing this for a long time, right? Just think about. I love playing hoops, right? Even when I was done retiring, I did this thing. It would have been amazing. I should have filmed this or maybe made it a TV show. I went to Chicago, Philly, New York, Dallas, LA, Seattle, and I was like ranking the pickup, like the arguments.
Yeah.
You know, like in Philly, you would think,
awesome.
Philly, you would think these dudes. They had one guy. They didn't call him Big Face, right? Not Big Face Coffee, but Big Face, right? One guy, he made all the calls, and everyone respected it. The game just kept moving, right? L.A., a lot of arguing in L.A. So I just went around, kind of say, I felt like Philly was the best pickup. Right?
Okay.
All right, so I do this, right? Like I go around, I play pickup. You know, one thing about me is like you can just drop me anywhere. I ain't gonna be the best player anywhere I play, unless it's like these guys suck. But I'm playing like, but I can fit in anywhere, and I can, you know. Funny thing, I was playing pickup with Kyle Lowry the day he got traded to Toronto. I was like, yo, are you excited? He's like, yeah, man, I think they're going to hand me the keys. And he became Mr. Toronto Raptor, right? So there's all this stuff going on, right? Well, anyway, so I know everything about everybody when I play pickup with them. I know if I don't like you. I know if I don't trust you. I know if I don't want you to come over to my house because of my wife. Like, I'm not doing none of that, right? Like, I don't, you a shiesty dude, right? But one thing I do know is ever since I met Tony, like, I just knew, like, that dude is next level.
Absolutely.
And this is let me tell you what happened. All right. I go up to you and I'm like, yo, I like your game. Come play for me. Yeah. Come work out. All right. I end up talking to you. 3 weeks later, I'm like, yo, where do you live at? And you're like, I live in the North Shore. Who you work out with? Tony Gallo. Then, like, you know, whatever. 3 months later, I'm talking to you. Same story. I like the way you play. You got an edge to you. Where you from? North Shore. Who you work out with? Tony Gallo. So that happened like 8 times, right? So I'm like, all right.
this Tony Gallo?
No, I already knew him from pickup. And then I'm like, all right, well, you got everybody I like works with Tony. And I got this thing, and so I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to let him continue to do his thing. Like, I'm bringing him on board, right? Yeah. He can run the entire division. I can send players up here to go work out with them, and I'm going to benefit because my team is going to be worked out with Tony Gallo. And Tony's going to come. I built a $6 million facility for the kids, right? Oh, that's awesome. And so once a week on Mondays, everybody's required to show up because it's Tony Gallo Mondays, and they're just going to come in and they're going to work, right? Because that's my point is, I don't know everything, but what I do know is talent. Not necessarily individual player talent, but people talent, right? And what I'm trying to do is find as many Tony Gallos as I possibly can, because together, when we get, we're not going to fail. We're gonna change the way it is by having amazing people, and that's my thing. Amazing people, bring them on, and let's just build something special.
That's awesome.
That's dope. Yeah.
That's absolutely awesome.
It's just like organically came together.
Correct. And my AAU team, this is crazy. Y'all know Cooper Flag?
Of course.
Yeah. So funny story. Like Cooper.
Big Duke fan, by the way. I just want to add that.
He's the biggest Duke fan here.
The
Yeah.
biggest
Oh,
Duke
okay.
fan.
All right.
I just saw him at BC. The boy's a real deal.
Yeah, real
boy's
deal,
a real
right?
deal.
So check this out. And this is the crazy thing about, like even kids and exposure and stuff like that. So he's up in Maine. His trainer calls me. His trainer says, I got this 14-year-old. And I'm trying to figure the story out. She seems okay. Okay, I got this 14-year-old, and he's like, I go, all right, is he good? He's like, yeah, I think he's special. I'm like, all right, white boy from Maine. All right, let me let's see. All right, I ain't gonna say no, but I'm definitely not gonna co-sign it, right? So he's like, all right. So he's like, yeah. So he goes and plays with the UMaine kids, and he starts like first 10 minutes he gets worked, and then like the next 7 minutes he's like finding his footing. And then by the end, he's the best player on the floor. And I'm like, man, get the fuck out of here. Ain't no way no 14-year-old kid is going to play with grown-ass men and is better than them. No way. But guess what? I got a gym down here that we rock in, right? I've been working with this AAU team from around here just to get pickup, help a few kids out, whatever, right? So they say, all right, we're going to bring him down. So he comes down. Boy, I'll tell you, man, like possession one. Yeah. Possession one, drives right, pump fakes, throws it off the glass, left hand. Yeah. Oh! And usually we got the music, and we got the music rocking, right? And for whatever reason, my boy's on the phone trying to get the Bluetooth to connect, and it was quiet as hell. I said, So last time I brought these white boys and they got their ass kicked, right? And I was like, damn, y'all really do suck. Like this, like I thought you were good and it was gonna be me and them, and we got worked by these kids. So now these kids are talking crazy shit, right? Of course. So now I got Cooper Flag, right? And I'm saying I got this white boy from Maine, he's gonna come down here and work you. Yeah, like they worked us last time. So all of a sudden he throws it up, he dunks it. I go, oh, this ain't gonna be like those white boys from last time. This shit's gonna be different tonight. All of a sudden, the music went on and the gym just went boom like that. So afterwards, I'm like, dude, you can play in the NBA right now. Like, you can play 6 to 8, like 6 to 8 minutes in a game in the league right now. You're better than I was, and I fucking played, right? So I said, what do you want to do? He goes, and he was clear, like, I want to go to Duke. I go, done. I'll call him tomorrow. Done. Done. And he's like, and I really want to be involved in USA basketball. I go, done. I'm Brian Scalabrine, dude. Everyone takes my call, right? Let's go. I hit up John Shire on the text. I'm like, yo, I got this white boy from Maine.
Duke champion, baby.
I got this white boy from Maine. He's nasty. You got to see him. He's like, oh, I've heard of him, but we don't really recruit young players right now. I go, hold up here. I don't think you understand what I'm saying. But I found out in the AAU world, everyone gasses up their guys. Everybody gasses. So I'm just another dude gassing up another dude, right? Yeah. And I said, okay, you at least talk to him, and then when you see him, like, I'll accept your apology later, right? And then I called USA Basketball, and same thing, but guess what? John Shire called him, and USA Basketball got him into camp. Well, he had to play 2 years up at USAB. Wow. And so no one does that at that age. Not at all. So he went up, and he ended up getting MVP of USA Basketball. So Sean Porter came up to me, he's like, yo, man, I really appreciate that, but let me just say, if everyone wonders how good you are and what makes you good is your ability to learn. Yeah. If Tony worked with Cooper Flag on one day, the next day, everything you worked on, he'd already mastered. So he'd be like, what do you got next? So just think of that learning curve. Okay, sometimes we work with players for like 6 months, 8 months, and it takes them a while to pick it up. Right. This dude, he is a computer. You say something, he works on it. He bobbles around a little bit. Next day, it's part of his game.
And you can see that with the college season.
100%.
At the beginning of the season, you can see he's feeling himself out. Everybody's like, damn, this is supposed to be the number one pick. All right. Mm-hmm. And I think within a month, it just...
Crazy, right?
And 30 and 12, 28.
Yeah.
You just beat Carolina by 30. Carolina's the best. By 30.
I know. It's not
Syracuse by 30.
It's not the year. I know, but
It's not the.
But that's what, and they say when he went to go play with the select team, the
doing
first day
work.
he was just a guy.
Yeah.
By the second day, like he'd already adapted to all their games. So and by the way, he ain't the only one. Even though a lot of people say, oh, he's like this guy, he like this white guy, he's like that white guy. I'm like, nah, man, he's like LeBron. Like if you think about what LeBron is a supercomputer that learns like faster than anybody else. He's long as hell. He don't really have a go-to shot, but he can score 40,000 points. Right?
Yeah, right.
But he's a supercomputer, and I think Cooper Flag is a supercomputer.
That's dope.
I can't wait to see what he does in the next level.
Yeah.
Because there's so many people that they've been saying it's the next LeBron, and they just haven't been able to.
Nah, it's hard.
over
That crowd is heavy.
Right.
Yeah, that crowd is
It's
definitely
scoring.
heavy.
You got to understand, scoring at the NBA, I wouldn't say it's easier, but you have so much more freedom, right? You just got to think about space-wise. Defensive 3 seconds is a big difference.
Big
right?
difference,
That's
which
the
might go
game.
away, by the way.
I hope it does.
That's-
I think it
that'd
should.
be crazy.
I think
I
it
would
should.
love that.
That would change the game
but
a lot.
That's why you see a lot of guys, they'll get drafted in college, they're averaging 11, 12 points. This was my struggle. I'm averaging what I'm averaging. I'm seeing guys getting 12, 13, but then they go to the league right away, they're averaging 15, 17.
Yeah.
The space is there, the IQ. All of those guys are longer and faster. But on your end too, guys can shoot it a lot better. Guys get it off a lot quicker. So you can't those help and recovers. Those rotations are so much shorter and crisp. And you can't get to the lane like you did in college. You can get there in high school in the league for a dunk. You're not going to get there for a dunk in college.
Yeah.
You're not.
Yeah.
Not too often.
Nah, it's crowded.
Not too often.
Very
It's too
crowded. You can see
Absolutely.
crowded. Just watching the game, you can see how crowded.
Yeah.
Crowded.
Back to the agent. So we got his side of it, of how y'all together. So how did you get in the phone call from NBA champion? Like, hey, I got some guys that I think we could do something with. How was that getting that phone call?
No doubt. Kind of like Scal said, the relationship grew organically, man. We met, we played ball together. I went one time from then on. I was always on Scal's team. He made sure I came. Justin Kittredge was
No game.
we won, man. We didn't lose
I'm gonna let you know right now, everybody in the North Shore does the same.
Hell yeah.
Tony, you and us, buddy.
But we didn't lose much, man. I tell you that. I can't remember a time losing, honestly, with Scal just running the way we play.
Yeah.
But Justin Kittredge, who was my AAU coach, he's the owner of iSlide. That's where we would play our pickups, kind of connected us there. And then from then on, it's just like you said, I relate to people by playing ball with them as well.
Yeah.
I learned everything. All my business transactions that we meet on the court. A lot of transactions happen on the golf field, right? On the
Golf course.
Yep. Field. You tell I don't golf.
I don't golf either. I hoop, man. Well, I'll take that back.
It's at the field.
I'll take that back. If anybody wants to pay me $5,000 to hang out for the day, like I'm all down for that. But outside of that, I ain't going out there and shoot no balls.
You don't do no celebrity games?
That's all I do. So I tell people I'm a pro golfer. I suck, but you got to pay me to get out there.
That's real. So long story short, man, we talked about it for a little bit. I had my thing going. He brought up the fact that he was starting some stuff out in the South Shore. Do I have some guys? So I brought some of my top guys that I thought would fit the style that Scal played, and kept a couple guys. And it was kind of like a trial series where I was going out there. I committed to going out there once, twice a week. I left my program here, had coaches cover, and just I wanted to be in the environment. Once I got there, I had Scal in there. I have another coach by the name of Sam Donor, who is the man. I really respect him, older guy. I see a lot of myself in him. He's a little more old school and does things differently, but he can hold a room of 80, 100 kids, and it's him
That's
by
a talent.
himself. So and I've taken a lot of pride in that.
Right.
So once I got in that environment, I knew day one that's where I wanted to be. So we were figuring out, obviously, it's pretty big what I had going on. I had a lot of programs, offer a lot of money to buy my program. And that's not really what it was about. We had our conversations. We were in line on the development, on kind of changing the scheme of AAU, because it's a business out there. And
Absolutely.
as it should be, right? We all got to make money, but we can do it the right way. And as we talked and our vision was in line, it just was a no-brainer. So from a hooper standpoint, it made sense for me. From a business standpoint, it made sense for me. And longevity for the kids in the North Shore, it was huge. And you guys have been here. We haven't had an NBA presence here.
Right.
We haven't had a professional presence in the
that's
area.
true.
And it's
to
crazy.
imagine how much talent we have
And
in
it's
this
crazy
area that
because
don't make it.
I think I
That's
seen.
crazy.
Obviously, I try to do my research before we have guests, and I was looking through, and you mentioned, I believe, one of the posts, how many pro and D1 athletes come from Lynn and the North Shore, and it's kind of funny that we don't have that pro atmosphere when we have people like North Shore is a hooping
I know.
You know what I mean? We even Salem. I know Salem. You know, you're a Lynn guy. I get it. You know.
Salem got hoopers though, man.
Salem
So, you know,
got hoopers.
Salem we
Rick
do our
Brunson,
thing.
you know Rick Brunson.
Yeah.
Brunson
Yeah.
goes to Salem. He went to Salem High.
Yeah.
Salem guy.
Yeah.
Scooty Penn.
Scooty Penn, too, yeah.
Scooty Penn. I don't know if
Ohio
what
State.
What he coached for? But he coached in Memphis.
Memphis, I
yeah.
think
Scooty
still
Penn was
I
good.
think he's in Memphis now, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's in Memphis.
Well,
Assistant coach?
But again, to that point, we don't have the resources in this area.
True.
And again, I've been providing it to the best of my ability. I just felt this partnership was real.
Yeah.
And what we're going to do, like I said, I'm not going to really talk about what we're going to do too much, but it's going to change the game in this area, and it's going to change the AAU world, in my opinion.
Right.
So
not to like you said, you don't want to dive into too much of it, but you had a couple tryouts, right?
yeah.
What comes next?
You want to go on that?
Yeah, I can do it. So now we put teams together, right? And so if you're in the high school, you pretty much got to go down to my facility, right? Because we're trying to get you a scholarship, right? We're building teams up so we can. And the better you do out there, the more opportunity you're going to have to. You know, it could be D1, D2, D3, whatever it is, like whatever it fits for you, right?
Yeah.
But we also have a grassroots program. So if you're a North Shore kid, you be out here, you're working, right? You're working with Tony, you're working with Tony's group. And then what I'm trying to do is on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we bring all the kids
get
in.
together.
And then, iron sharpens iron, right? But I don't think it's good for kids to be driving. Like I just drove like an hour and a half, right, from my house to here, right?
Wow, we appreciate it.
Yeah, like for the tryout and everything, right? Yeah, not just for you, bro. No. So it's like kids shouldn't be doing that. Kids could, but I got to have a presence in the area, right? So kids should be staying here, and then when the weekends comes, you can be like, man, I can't wait to get back together. And my goal is to. I saw some of his sixth graders, his fourth graders, his fifth graders, his seventh graders, like his eighth graders. Like we can combine our strengths and then we can go out. We can go to Made Hoops. Like I'm a featured team on Made, right? And they'll roll out the red carpet for us. So we're giving these kids an opportunity. That's
spotlight.
That's really where you're trying. Like if you were talking about, let's just talk about like a pro, not just going to college. If you want to be a pro, then you have to spend the time working, and then you have to spend time with the best of the best. You have to do that. And you have to go out there and you have to play against these other guys, and you have to outplay teams. Like that's how you become a pro. But in the meantime, it still doesn't change. It's still ball hoop, with a good coach. So we're trying to provide all that, right? And that's where I feel that it's strength in numbers. My team is good, but if we take a kid from here, or two kids, or three kids from here, three kids from there, three kids from here, and we all come together, now we're a dominant national program, right? Absolutely. And that's the goal. That's the goal. And to me, the difference is, like, I'm not doing AAU to keep my lights on or feed my family, right? Well, so I'm trying to bring the elite people up so we can all, like, I don't look at me as like, I actually, to be honest with you, he mentioned a guy named Sam, right? Like Tony and Sam are like, they're the trainers. They can run a room. They're the most important guys to make people better. Those guys are the pillars of my program. Like I'm running like a program, but my strength is he's amazing. Sam's amazing. You guys need to follow them, and I'm going to be there supporting them. I'm not the guy. Like I'm in the NBA. The NBA lives a different world, but I can also go to Tony and be like, Tony, man, I saw Peyton Pritchard doing this the other day. Can you incorporate that? He's like, yeah, definitely. Right, So I get to watch Jason Tatum, Peyton Pritchard, the other teams work out every single day. I see them do their individual workout, and I come back. Sometimes I record it, and I'll be like, yo, we need to do this. He'll be like, I got it. So these guys are amazing at what they do. You can't make it to where you want to go if you don't have the skill trainers.
Like that,
It's just the way it is right now.
Yeah,
we started out this show. There is no more Brian Scalabrine chilling in the corner waiting to knock down a corner three. Everyone got game now. Ball skills. Everyone can finish package, high gather, low gather, floater. They got it all. Right. So if you ain't spending the time, you're not getting there. So where I'm pushing is I'm pushing my guys, my trainers, because if people follow them, the players will get better. The players get better. We'll get on the road. Those kids will get more opportunity. We'll eventually get pros, right? It's just the way it goes.
Exposure. Get these kids exposure for
and that was the key. That was the key for this. I think that's where the North Shore is going to benefit the most, because I've had over 100 kids in college in the past couple of years, 60 of them scholarship basketball. But But again, not all of them play AAU for me. I'm sending them to this program, because we don't have the resources. Because as a trainer, I wear two hats, right? I have the training part where I'm developing and looking to get the most out of these kids.
And you got to run a business.
AAU program. If my AAU program isn't strong enough to fulfill their needs, I'm not going to do the kid injustice. Now we have a situation where, okay, you can train with me and you could play for us. Now we can evaluate everything. I can evaluate you on the skills. We're here. Now I can watch your game. I can watch your film. I can break down your film, take it back to the training, and now we're adjusting. So the beauty of this is now, Scout said it, strength in numbers, strength in resources, and kind of giving all these kids a new outlet to look forward to.
And Ariel mentioned in the beginning, like, imagine us having these resources as a kid. All we had was the park. You know what I mean? All we had was pickup games at the park.
Which we're trying.
Yeah, that needs to be definitely brought back.
So we're doing this thing, Friday Night Lights. Like, it's music blasting.
Okay.
Like, going up and down. If I foul you, that's 2 points. Keep it moving. Like, we're bringing the old school back. You know, and it's crazy, man. I played my court that I played a bazillion hours on. Man, that thing was like 50 feet wide by 50 feet long by like 20 feet wide. It was I was probably more like 40 feet wide. Tight. So everything was physical. Like, if I got to go, you can't just go around people. You got to go through people. But it worked. And then also, because it's so short, like the reps, man, you're just getting rep. So when I built the facility, I built it with that in mind. Like, let's keep this thing tight so these kids can just rep out, right? And then before I built it, I wanted to experiment, and we did some experiment, and the parents loved it. They said, dang, my kid just got a rebound, brought it up, and kicked it out. Like, when they play 5-on-5, my kids don't even touch the ball, you know? So it's easier, and if you take 6 kids or 8 kids together, it's easy to kind of put them in their own skill level. And everyone just benefits from that. So a lot of times, in AAU, there's a kid that maybe doesn't belong out there. You know,
parents paid their way.
Yeah, exactly. So we're just trying to look at it like from a rep standpoint. Like, every kid deserves a right to defend, rebound, bring it up, kick it, shoot it, and like, when you play these games, it's so much better for them. So a lot of the stuff that we're doing is throwback, like back in the day, playing at the park.
The best time, bro.
Remember at the park when there's no one there and you just miss 5 in a row, you're just like, man, all right, I'll take the next one, you know? But now you got kids telling, hey, pass the ball to this kid. You got people on the sideline, you got referees. It's crazy. These kids, like, sometimes basketball, I'm not saying that's not good. It is good. That's the only time you play basketball. That's not reality. That's not reality. We played 2-on-2. Yo, let's go ones. Man, we played 21. Remember? I got the ball versus you two. We trying to score. Like, we played all the games.
We played that with 40 people. So that's the thing. We played that with 40 people.
So I want to tell you what we did. This is shout out to our friend of the show, Nick Lanier. Tony knows who Nick Lanier is. We all grew up around Gallows Park, so we had a game. We called it 10-9-8.
Oh, yeah. All right.
4 quarters, 10 seconds per quarter, 2-on-2, and you literally, first quarter, 10 seconds, 10, 9. So you're literally running that every quarter. 4th quarter, 20 seconds. And we would play that for hours. Hours, for weeks and days. And I was like, damn.
Back it up. Okay, help me out here. 2-on-2.
So it could be 2-on-2,
full
it could be 3-on-3.
Full court. Okay, you got 10 seconds.
So first quarter, second quarter, third quarter is 10 seconds. 4th quarter is 20 seconds.
Like a shot clock.
Yeah,
exactly.
You got it.
So, but you did get timeouts. So you can get fouled. You can get timeouts. There's a rap.
Salem was different.
You would get fouled, go to the line. Like real basketball, you got 5 seconds. Like, damn, I need to go to the hole and get to the line and tie this game up. So that's the reps ran.
Yeah.
So maybe if y'all want to add that to your can, you know what I mean? Like, call that to Salem. Call that to Salem.
So we just basically put a shot clock, put a tight shot clock. It's easy. I think we should play with a tight shot clock.
Apply some pressure for sure.
No question about it.
See, that way you don't panic when that pressure is on.
What does everybody do when you're a kid? Everybody, 9, 3, 2, what? That's what everybody wants to do. So he made a game that's
we
what
had
it
a
is.
ref and everything.
The ref, it was like someone who had got next. You know what I mean? We get teed up, get kicked out the game like, all right, this is getting a little out of hand.
But
But looking back at it, we thought it was a game, but look how much reps we got in tight situations.
All that comes back to, and I preach this all the time, and me as a skill guy is a bad business model, but I'm kicking kids on my gym left and right and saying, you need to just go play pickup. Because these kids are more skilled than I ever was. Get them in front of a cone, get them with no defender, they look amazing. But tell them to make that read. Tell them to do it with pressure on them.
Read.
It's a whole different ball game. So it's like I appreciate everyone coming to train, but you need to go figure it out on your own. You need to go just play. Yeah. At the end of the day, it's a game. You have to enjoy it. You can't enjoy being told what to do all the time.
But send them to me on the weekend, man. There's nothing but pickup.
That's what we're doing. That's the move. Easy.
Especially when growing up, playing pickup, you get your own style. Yes, you might learn the same moves and stuff like that, but you're incorporating it different ways. Yeah. And I feel like if you're not getting that pickup, bro, you're not doing that.
So you learn to what you environment. Now, you said your court. Not every court is amazing. Why could Kyrie Irving hit those angles and all of that? Because he played on a basketball hoop who had like a messed up basketball.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So you know what I mean? That's why he developed, and it's the same thing. Like
exactly.
And to your point, bro, and I don't mean to cut you off, but you hit it hard there, and that was me. Like I think we talked about a little bit about my pops. I seen on his thing. He's 68 years old, plays basketball every day. Still quick. But we would go from school. He picked me up at school. We go to the court in Lynn. Then we would go to Everett. Then we would go to Saugus. Then we go to Malden. At that time, it's 10 o'clock at night. I started playing against grown men at 9 years old. Only rule was I couldn't call fouls and they couldn't give me a foul. So I'm playing all day long. But now people ask me where I'm from because my style of play was so off. Like I played, and then we would go to New York. He would take me to New York. He would take me to Philly. Like my pops was just a bona fide hooper. He can go to any court in the country. I promise you, this is an exaggeration.
Cool. I believe it. I seen it.
Talk to Nick about it. Any court in the country.
So he like Uncle Drew for real.
Uncle Drew. Right? Yo, I'm gonna show you some.
Like Denzel from He Got Game.
But that's what it is. But at the end of the day, my game was so unique. It couldn't be scouted. It couldn't be. Like I can do anything on the court, and I credit that just pick up. I didn't do a drill until I got to college. They asked me to dribble with 2 basketballs, so I got to ULO, and I'm like, for what?
For what?
Guys, I only have 1 basketball. But they take the ball away from me, and no one's taking it because I grew up playing 21 with 20 people on the court, and I got 5, 6 people on the court. So you're double teaming. In high school at Tech, our press break was someone take the ball out, give Tony the ball, all the other 3 guys go down the court. That was our press break. Give me the ball. I broke it. We got layups. They didn't press. In Coppin, they didn't press me. Scouting report. They don't press when Gallo has the ball. So it's a layup. But I credit that not to skill training. I credit that to playing 21. I credit that to my dad not letting grown men give me foul calls. So I'm not looking for fouls. Talk to my own daughter who's begging for fouls all the time. Get an and one. If the foul comes, it comes. Go through their body, as Scout says all the time. So the game of pickup needs to be brought back, and I think that's what we're doing. Sure. If we can incorporate the skill stuff and the pickup,
perfect marriage.
Now we're talking.
Yeah, absolutely.
Go ahead.
Actually, real quick before we get too far from this, people used to challenge you one-on-one. And that was the funniest thing that I've
What was the quote he had? What was the LeBron one?
I'm closer to LeBron than you are to me.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that.
Yeah, right?
He even had like a little show that they had like 3 different high school or college players trying to and you just destroyed everybody. Literally, they scored maybe one person scored twice, I think, and that's it.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, this is the difference. You know how to actually play the game.
I'm big as hell.
One of them was almost your size.
Nah,
but
I mean,
he
it's
wasn't
different. It's like, but I'll tell you what, man, it was hard to guard him. But I'm saying, like, I've seen, like, I've been in, like, people used to say, like, oh man, they look at it like, what do I do? But I've also been in pick and roll coverages with like Russell Westbrook and Derrick Rose. I've been in practice with these guys. Like I guard, like, you know, Paul Pierce. This is how Paul Pierce is. If he doesn't make a shot that he wants to make, like on the way out, he'd be like, yo, tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. And we go play one-on-one for 45 minutes before practice. He ain't asking no one else to do it. So I'm over here like 45 minutes guarding Paul Pierce every day. Like, think about that.
You're going to get better every single day.
I'm not saying, like, if there's a lot of people, if put in that situation, they would be able to take advantage of it too, right? Mm-hmm. But motherfuckers ain't in that situation. That's the difference. Like, if you played 11 years in the NBA and you were working your ass off every single day, you probably would be better than me. But you didn't, bro. You didn't be.
There's a reason you were in the league for that. Come on, man.
Yeah, and I'm not. And it's not like me playing one-on-one is not why I made the NBA. It's not. It's like the ability to process the guys, right? Like you should see me as a player. Like I think even NBA players, unless you get to like the really good guys, most of them are really dumb, right? They're like not in the sense they play out of instinct. Like when I drove to the basket and Dwight Howard was at the rim. So the first time I passed it and they stole it. So now I have this look in my eye like I'm gonna dunk it on Dwight Howard. But he's dumb enough to think I am. I'm gonna pass the ball. I'm going like I'm gonna dunk it. There's no way I'm shooting this ball. But if you go in to pass, you're gonna get it stolen. So it's just like it's one little adjustment.
Little IQ.
It's just a simple look of the eyes, like, ugh. I'm like, I'm passing this. I ain't no way I'm challenging Dwight Howard at the rim. And then this one thing happened to me, right? So y'all remember Steve Nash, right?
Of course. Yeah.
Like this is what makes me an NBA player. This is how I got 11 years, right? So Steve Nash comes off the pick and roll. And this is the first time it was spread pick and roll. So I don't even like this is back in the day we used to duck in. Right? This is spread pick and roll.
Stoudemire.
So all of there we go. So that's what I got. Steve Nash right in front of me, and all he did is look me in the eyes, and I'm sitting there. My responsibility is roll and duck in.
Yeah.
But guess what? They peeled duck into the corner. So he just peeled them out. So I go, whoa. First time ever. I got corner responsibilities, and I got Stoudemire. So I'm like, I don't know what to do. So I shifted like this. He threw a bounce pass, and it was like, by the time I went like that, Stoudemire, boom, dunked it. You know, they were going to sub me in, but luckily the possession continued. So it came in, it comes back. Now he came in this way. He does the same thing. He looks me right in the eye, and I shift like that. He throws it to the corner. And he knocks down the three. Mm-hmm. So I get subbed out. I walk by the coaches. I'm like, y'all game plan's messed up. You can't, like, that's something we never even talked about. Because we used to have to, like, 4 or 5, we used to help off each other, right? Yeah. So guess what? Very next day, I'm like, what the hell am I doing ducking in? That's dumb. I'm never going to get the ball turned and like jump hook somebody. So I just went to the corner. Mm-hmm. And from there, I started just like banging out wide open threes. No coach ever told me to go to the corner. But I said, as soon as it happened to me, I was like,
you got to adapt.
You understand it.
Why would I? I'm going to be standing out there. I can make that shot all day long. Right. And look at the pressure that it puts on the defense. Right. And I literally just peeled to the corner. Wow. And then our offensive rating went up. Just simple. Yeah. Right. So that's like, I'm not going to do what my coach says. I'm going to do what I think is best. And they never said anything to me. They never told me to do it. They never told me not to do it.
Because it worked then.
Yeah, it worked. Because that's evolving. That's learning. That's how. That's how I make to the NBA and
now,
play.
Did they ever give you that credit? Or they?
No. I don't need that.
I know you don't need
it. I know this.
Hey, Scal,
but I know this. Like Jason Kidd turning that corner, that ball came just like that. And it's only a matter of time, you know. And then, so what? If they shift over, then Kenyon Martin's rolling to the basket. Like it's just. At the end of the day, it's just basketball.
Right.
It's just basketball. And if you can learn as you go, and you can think. It's not just about me. It's about the whole thing, the team. If you could think like that, that's not why. Guys don't make the NBA. It's not because of their one-on-one. It's because of stuff like that. Yeah. Like, it's their ability. Like, there's all kinds of really good players that don't make it because they can't process. They can't look at it like that. And that's why, like, you'll see a guy, like, he'll be a top 10 pick and he just doesn't make it. For whatever reason, he didn't learn that growing up or whatever. That's it. And a lot of it is luck, getting in the right situation and all that. But
you hit it there. I had a conversation with Walter McCarty one time. We were just talking basketball. He's talking about kids getting recruited at some kids there. He was like, if you look at it from a numbers standpoint, who should you be looking to emulate your game after? Who should you be looking? A superstar, who there's 1 to 2, now 3, or a role player? Like, if you look at numbers-wise, you have a better shot making it as a role player, right? Because there's 1, 2 superstars, and there's 13 other people on that roster. So you need to specialize in something. What are you good at? And maximize that. Because, as you said it, it's very small people that are in the league because of their one-on-one skills. Those are your Kyries. Those are these guys. Those are the
there's maybe 5 of those guys.
You can name those on one hand, maybe a couple fingers on the other hand. So you're not making it to the league. And every role guy, I wouldn't say every, but Scal, you can talk about 90% of those role guys was the best player on their college team.
Yep.
Yeah. Definitely the best player in their state, right? So just that fine line. It's
Patrick,
not about skill.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Patrick Beverly averaged 40 points a game in high school.
Seriously?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Chicago.
It was him and Chicago.
Look at that.
He was on D Rose's team?
No, they were head to head.
He averaged more than D Rose.
He averaged more. He was the number one player.
Mr. Chicago, man.
Next to him.
Crazy.
And
Which
had
is
that-
insane to hear.
Hey, you know what? I'm going to use that on my show, man.
Google that real quick to make
Yeah,
sure.
just, but it's not. It ain't,
It was-
it
I'm
ain't
pretty
20.
sure.
No, it was like
I'm
38
like
point something.
90% sure that's correct, but
Yeah.
I would just Google
Yeah,
He was
it.
leading Chicago in scoring.
Before you say
Yeah.
something,
And
like
then he
those
had
806
the- he had
guys,
the
maybe.
Dats
Those
game.
806 guys gave me the wrong info. I'm trying to make it out here. I don't need that.
That show shut down.
Yeah, there we go. Like,
False
all right,
sources.
real quick before we move on, I know we've been talking about hoop the whole time,
Yeah, shout out Hoop.
but
Absolutely.
Tony, you guys kind of pivot a little bit into the flag football world a little bit.
Yeah.
I was a little surprised to see that. How did that come about?
I mean, that's been a plan for 6 years now since I started TGA. I always wanted to diversify what we were doing.
Yeah.
So I wanted to be, that's why it's Tony Gal Athletics. We didn't do basketball. So I always knew I was going to get into other
Facts.
sports. So we did flag. We have volleyball. Volleyball's been going on at my
Okay,
half-court
cool.
facility for a while. We'll add softball this spring.
Oh, that's cool.
And baseball. So we have turf going up at my new facility. We had that going up.
And where is the new facility?
That's in Manchester by the Sea. So I got
Okay.
a nice little exclusive lease with the gym there, the basketball court, and then the turf kind of came up. They were like, look, we can transition some tennis courts and some turf if you want to do some stuff. And I was like, this is perfect timing. So I got good. The goal was to find people like me in that world. I don't run the flag workouts. I found great flag guys that are running that, and they're running that. Softball. Steph, my fiance, was a softball college player.
Yep.
She's coaching at Essex Tech this year. Her and another woman are taking on the softball program. So I'm just finding
That's dope.
people like me to run this thing, and it's been going well. We're touching a lot of kids. We're creating, like, we have our first camp in February where it's like a multi-sport camp where they're going to come in for basketball from 10 to 12. They're going to eat lunch from 12 to 12:30. Then they're going to go on the field for football from 12:30 to 2.
Oh, that's cool.
2:30.
Yeah,
So
that's cool.
Diversifying the muscles, and again, we're trying to separate ourselves. So I think that's something that can really grow and expand. And there's no limits. Basketball is a ceiling, right? Everyone wants to do basketball.
Right.
I think if we can create a one-stop shop where kids can come in and hit a couple different sports, and we have personal training too. We have a speed and agility guy, explosive training. So trying to keep guys in the gym, girls in the gym for 2-3 hours instead of coming through for 1 hour.
That sounds great.
Keep it at home.
All right. So, Scal, this is your first time here, and we play a little game at the end of our show. It's called the DJ Bufka Set a Question.
You are now in the mix with DJ
When
Bufka.
we edit,
It sounds better.
we add the sound. Because usually people look at us like, what is this? And then they hear it and they're like, oh.
I'm saying you guys could just add sound.
We do.
It sounds way better.
They never did that before. We usually, DJ Buff Set of Questions. 1 week they just started making sounds, and they've done it ever since. This is episode 140.
And it works.
It works.
Like when they add the sound, it
It's
sounds
dope.
awesome.
It's dope.
Yeah.
DJ Buff Set of Questions is the easy game we play at the end of the episode. Like I said, Tony's played it before. We ask you simple question, one or the other one.
Okay.
It's like red pill, blue pill.
Yeah, sure.
Please don't pick no purple or orange.
Yep.
It sounds simple, but people mess up every week.
All right.
All right. First question is always the same. Jordan or LeBron?
Jordan.
Yeah.
Quickness.
Let's go.
What you got, Tony?
I think we talked about this before, but
See? I thought it was one or the other.
We're gonna go Jordan. I had to bring up the recap because I don't compare players. I compare errors. It's more about errors. The game's different now.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I got what you're saying.
I think
I have to go Jordan.
It's more. It's how you interpret the question.
I have to go
I
Jordan.
think we have maybe like 130 out of 140 say Jordan. I think we have like
There's a
18.
lot- there's a
and it's
lot
usually
of
any under the age of like 25 to like, you know, it's usually those guys.
Makes sense.
All right. Next question. This is for both of y'all. Well, all the questions are for both of y'all, and then we'll chime in after. Scott, you might be a little biased on this one. Better team, the 08 Celtics or the 2024 Celtics?
24.
Really?
I mean, if we played each other?
Yeah.
I mean, prime, not now, but
No, of course not. Of course, Brian.
I just wanted to add that part.
People bring this up. I don't think it's a discussion. I think we
Really?
get smoked. Like, I
The
don't
game's
know.
so much different now.
Dude, watching these guys up close, I never seen shit like this. Like, even like, you know, Tatum getting on the wing. What's he gonna do to Kendrick Perkins? Yak.
Hey,
Hey man, he's the
No,
leader.
no one-
He's a leader. He says.
That was a crazy quote. That was a crazy
Can you
quote.
imagine? Like, there's no. The one, we were good defensively. We were good, but this team is like I've never seen offensively. This guy's.
Yeah.
We can't guard this team. We lost. Listen, let me tell you something real quick.
Pritchard dropping 20 something.
Let me-
Not even watching out for him.
we lost to Toronto. Toronto, we won every game in the division except for the Toronto Raptors. And they made 15 threes on us. And we were like, dude, how we going to beat a team if they shoot like that? I mean, they had Bargnani, Calderon. Like, what are we going to do with this team? Yeah. Now, maybe you could say if we laced them up from day one and we played a whole season, and maybe we can make adjustments. But if we just got dropped in,
what's this?
No, we getting swept.
20, 30 pieces.
Saying it like that, and that puts a different spin on things. Because getting dropped in, I can see a huge disadvantage. Now the games, that's why I talk about errors. The games changed.
It's way different.
The way you
Completely
play
different. It's a
defense
fantasy
wouldn't
question.
be allowed in the way.
No,
you
I
play
get
defense on them
smoked.
now, right? Because just
Hard fouls.
Even you body somebody, they spin off, boom, easy.
They're so good now. People don't understand how good they are. That's why I don't understand when old heads talk about new players.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys are so much better than we ever were.
Jealousy.
Right? The only guy
can't
I'm
admit it,
giving.
like-
Now, look, let's be honest. Like if Paul Pierce lived here and Ray Allen, he took 6 threes a game. He might take 16 threes a game. Right?
Yeah.
So we know the players will adapt.
Right.
Like Kevin Garnett would be amazing. They would adapt. But if you're just saying dropped in, like they can get dropped into our era and smoke us, and we can get dropped into their era and they would smoke us. It's just the way it goes.
Do you think that old style throws them off in the new era? Like
Nah.
Okay.
40 threes a game, bro.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen this.
Nah. Dude, they're coming in with a bazooka, man.
This is different. He over
Like,
here.
next thing you know,
He's on the post.
you use like ice coverage, ice, we showed on pick and roll. You know, like right now, if anybody shows on the Celtics, they get picked apart. They just do.
Yeah.
It's like I don't like. The only thing you can argue is like if we played a whole season and we got a chance to adapt. But just parachuting in, hell, like the Bulls with Jordan parachuting in are going to lose. I'm telling you, they're just you can't parachute into this era and think.
Well, that makes sense.
I don't care who. I don't care what team you played.
Someone got the record for most threes in the first game of the season.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that happens. It's cooked. No, you can't touch him.
You can't parachute.
I remember that first game. That was hilarious.
this
we
is
were
what we're
recording here, and we looked down. We're like, yeah, it's the first quarter. Celtics have hit 15 threes already. You know what I mean?
They're one away from the record.
That's a problem with the Celtics this year. Like, you keep them close, but if they have a hot game, you literally have no chance.
No chance.
Everybody's shooting
not
over
a chance.
30%.
Back when they were down 20. Well, I forget.
Yeah, they get hot to wrap. They get hot to
Like
wrap.
that out of
It's a wrap.
nowhere.
Like that.
All right, next question. This is a funny one. What movie would you rather, horror movies or comedies?
Comedy.
Okay.
Tony, what you going with?
horror movie guy.
Okay.
I can't do it. I don't understand.
I can do it, I'm scared.
I don't understand about like scared being a feeling you want to experience. You know what I mean? Like,
with
you know what I mean? I don't get that as entertaining. Like a thrill. Like, why do I want to be scared for fun?
So you
like,
on roller coasters and nothing like that?
No,
I mean, when I
that's
was
all
young,
right.
that's a thrill. That's a little
I
different.
I
love
agree.
thrillers.
That's a thrill.
I'm okay with slashers. I hate the like the
Possessed and anything like
That's
that.
the only stuff I like because that's the only
crazy.
thing I feel like I can't control. Like
That's
slashes and all that, I can get away from a murder.
That's exactly
I feel
why
like,
I feel
but
it's
that
the
type
opposite
of-
for me.
So for me, I grew up 5 years old watching scary movies. Like
Really?
No, it was bad.
That's his dad.
My
That's
dad.
why he's savage.
That's savage right now.
9 years old, grown ass man, and then Friday the 13th at night.
My 5-year-old, I lie to you not, my 4 and 5-year-old know who Michael Myers is, Freddy is, and they've watched the movie.
man.
So whatever it is, but I don't know the feeling. But I'd rather.
But let me ask you this question: like they do like in those movies, they do the dumbest shit. Like I can't get over that.
Yeah, right?
Like I'm not kidding you. So what's my man with the Falker? Meet the Parents.
Yep.
Like you know how like he just keeps messing up.
Yeah.
I get a feeling like, dog, I don't want you to keep messing up like this, man. And like, I feel bad that you are like all this stuff is happening wrong for you, right? So when they do a bad move, I'm like, why would you run there?
Yeah,
why would you run run there.
And it happens in all of them too. That's the frustrating part. But,
You ain't. I'm going to an open field. I'm not gonna peek around a tree or nothing.
No,
I don't get it.
I'm going straight. Same boat. I don't looking back.
Nah,
You peep in front of me?
the haunted
All right,
house.
fuck.
It takes some 3-hour movie to get out the house. The first sound I hear when I move in, you got 60 days to return that fucking crib. I'm out of there. I'm like, you know what, baby? I don't think this is a house for us. I'm out.
That's why I love the Marlon Wayans one. Yeah. Immediately, like, first, nope.
He's out. I'm out. It's real.
All right. I mentioned this before, but we'll revisit it. Duke or North Carolina?
No, I'm Duke.
Let's go.
Yeah.
What's up?
I'm North Carolina.
Let's go.
It's hard for me. I just like the Tar Heels, man.
Yeah, me
I
too.
played the video game and see. I think who was my guy? NCAA Live. I think it was like 2000.
Oh, you must have had
And I think I
freaking-
Felton maybe.
Raven Felton.
Raven
That was a good
Felton.
team.
Sean May.
Light-skinned guy. So that's when I fell in
Marvin
love
Williams.
with college. Marvin Williams.
That's
I
the
still think that's crazy. He got drafted so high from not being a starter.
I know.
But I just like North Carolina's swag, man. I think they
Yeah.
were. I obviously we all love the Duke North Carolina battles. I just always related more to.
So you don't
players.
remember Vince Carter, Rasheed Wallace, like that group?
I missed that.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Trust
I
me,
missed
remember
I was back then. I was North Carolina. all the way.
Raymond. Actually, I became a fan because of Michael Jordan. Realistically,
But how?
Yeah, but you didn't watch.
I got
He
the
hit
jersey.
the jersey.
Yeah, that's
He
what he
immediately started.
And then Space Jam, you saw his
Mine was
yeah,
one.
yeah,
Maybe read a
okay.
biography.
I was
like-
a little bit like the only callers
I had interest with like Jay Williams and them. I interest, but when JJ Redick came to town, I'm like, that's
That's
my
when I
team.
became a fan.
When JJ Redick came to campus, and ever since then, I've been on Duke the whole time. And again, we won by 30. If you guys didn't notice,
What's your Duke intake? Why you like Duke? Just style. of play?
Coach K was always cool.
oh,
with
he's
me.
a guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was
Greatest
always-
coach of all time. That's
he
my
was cool.
opinion.
He was always cool with me. I played him a lot, man. We lost to them to go to the Final Four, and they won the championship that year. Coach K was always.
I read
always
that.
Cool.
I wasn't going to bring it up. I was going to be nice.
No, they beat us. Dude.
Also,
That's-
that Tar Heels court just hurts my eyes.
The baby blue, yeah. The baby
The
blue
baby
is not
blue
good
is so
for the eyes.
bright on TV. Like
I know. Even like the last episode, I had the jersey on. I was like,
We forgot to mention. We were. I wore Duke stuff. We were Carolina. We were so caught into the conversation, we didn't even mention that, like, why we were wearing clothes.
because of the
But,
game, but like,
hey, I love
all right.
the
Next question: pancakes or French toast?
Oh, and you didn't put waffles in there.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Answer this question.
we gonna get there.
We're gonna get there. Don't worry.
I'm at pancakes.
Okay.
I'll go pancakes.
All right, Josh.
So
go
this
ahead.
is the one I always follow up with. If there's 3 waffles, pancake, and French toast, can you put it in order?
I go waffles.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
See, Mo's
There
losing
we
this.
go.
He thinks French toast is the best thing ever.
No. That's not what I said. I didn't know there was a love for waffles out here like that. I thought it was a top 2 was pancake French toast, and waffle was like down there.
I think it depends on how much time you spend in a hotel. Because I know I'm in a hotel. I'm
You're
waffled
right.
up.
Yeah, the waffle
I'm waffled
makers.
up.
Yeah, I like
That
waffles
makes sense.
too.
But any other time, I'm
makes sense.
pancakes.
Yeah.
Shout out waffles.
I tell you, I do waffle for my birthday. I do waffles, then I make eggs, and I make bacon, then I make a waffle egg.
Let's go.
With
That's the
cheddar
thing.
cheese. So instead of having bread,
cheese.
2 waffles. There you go. Only for my birthday though.
Once a year.
Yeah, I can't be going like that.
Every single day. Like,
That'd be crazy.
That'd be tough.
Carb up.
you can't run no court with that.
Waffles all day.
Like you said, you're from the Pac-12 or Pac-10, whatever it is right now. I don't know. I can't keep
Everything's
track of these
changing now.
conferences anymore.
It doesn't even exist anymore.
So former USC guys, Taj Gibson or Evan Mobley in their prime.
Oh, come on. That's not Mobley's nasty.
Amazing.
Mobley is, and Taj is my boy. If he was sitting right here, I'd be like, no, you ain't as good as Evan Mobley. I think Evan Mobley has he moves like Garnett, but he acts like Chris Bosh. So he's soft. Both
That's
ends.
probably the
Perfect.
best
That might be the
analogy I've
perfect
ever
most.
had.
But he got movement like bing, but he like has the demeanor of Chris Bosh, which is cool. Like Mobley's a good player, man.
And he's still so young.
He's so young.
Where you going with Tony?
Yeah.
Now I got to go with Mobley again. Gibson. I mean, how long? He was in the league for.
Wasn't he?
He was
I
just
think
in
he's
the
still
league
right
recently.
now.
He still be in the league as a veteran.
On the
I'm
Knicks,
just thinking, you think about
Taj
that,
Gibson's
man.
still playing?
I'm pretty sure he
He's on the
is.
Knicks right now.
No, for real. The
That's
dude in
crazy.
Philly, we were just in Philly, right? I had this dude crying. He goes, "Hey man, what you think about the Luka trade?" I'm like, "Damn, I didn't even know that Markieff Morris is in the league anymore."
Good for him. Man.
Yo, he got traded. I'm like, "Yo, Marquise Morris.
Taj is in
There's some
Charlotte.
players
Is it
that
Charlotte?
just.
In Charlotte.
There's some players that just.
But
you know,
Morris, his brother's not in the league. One of them.
Both of them are-
both. I thought one was
Where's
out.
the other one at?
I thought one was out the league.
I got
Find him.
I'm pretty sure one's out the league because they were talking about
Marquise?
switching the game. They were trying to switch
Oh,
the
yeah.
game.
Marcus,
So you
Marcus is not in the league.
Marcus,
yeah, one of them's not.
Markieff is on the Heat. We know that.
No, Marquise.
on
Lakers.
Lakers.
Just got traded.
Yep. So let's go with Marcus.
He ain't in the league.
Is he the one who got hit by Joker?
No, that's Marquise.
And how did he come back?
No, it's Marquise. It's Marquise.
Twins.
Doesn't look like it though.
I'm pretty
I
sure
told
one's
you.
out.
I think
One's
he's
in,
out of the
one's
league, man.
I think he's out. I
thought he was the better brother.
I mean,
They
thought he
played
would-
great
they
together.
Uh,
had long careers. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Those players
no,
are
this guy.
like a PJ Tucker.
He's back in the league.
He got traded 4 times in one day, I think.
Yeah.
Good for him, man.
Schroeder with like 6 teams.
bad.
I was like, if I was him, I'm like, bro, just tell me where I'm going at the end. I'm just gonna sit at the airport and just wait at this point. I'm tired of just moving my
Yeah,
stuff.
exactly.
That's crazy.
Dude, the fact that he's not even popping up is insane.
Crazy. All right.
Forgot
All right,
about
Next
I'll
one.
get back to you. Keep going.
So, would you rather question? Would you rather be able to play every instrument or be able to speak every language?
Oh, language all day.
He's a free agent, by the way, right now.
Free agent, bet.
Free agent.
We going language, man.
Language.
Communications.
I don't know. Maybe there were musical guys. It was,
No.
some guys were like, I want
Dude,
to play
when
the trumpet.
you're in another country, you want to be able to
true,
speak all languages.
I bet.
right.
Even for business too. Imagine.
Can you imagine that?
The network that you can create.
Talk about Lucas 345. You've been making millions like that.
Dude, I'd rather just sing in different languages and play instruments, you know?
No, true.
True.
Like a Bublé.
I think he sings in English.
A lot of languages.
Oh, does he? I don't know who that is. All right, next one.
I did not know that.
Really?
I did not know that.
So this is weird. My mom used to ask for his album every time he dropped, basically. So I used to get him every time, and it's literally different languages every time.
I did not know that.
Did not know that.
All right. Obviously, we're all big hoop fans, but what would you rather watch if you're not watching NBA? NFL or MLB?
Oh, NFL. I don't watch anything but NBA.
I figured.
Yeah, I don't. I don't. I watch League Pass. I watch the abbreviated games.
Yep.
I do my radio show while I'm watching the games. I don't. I'll watch this weekend, and I watched a little bit of last weekend NFL, but outside of that, I watch the NFL.
Big shout out to YouTube for having those 10-minute replays.
Yeah.
Yo, those are life-saving because there's sometimes like, yo, them
That's-
10:30 games, I'm like, listen.
Yeah.
That's probably the reason ratings are low though, because everyone's watching the YouTube.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Even
saying?
just clips on
Instead of
on
watching like
IG
a
and
full
stuff
game
too.
and
Yeah, okay, watch those
right.
10 minutes, they'll show everything I need to
watch
see.
every
I watch those on the
10-minute
treadmill.
game.
And that's what it is. A guy like me, like when I watch a game, people can't watch basketball with me because I'm watching something and someone doesn't move. I'm rewinding it.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
okay,
slowing it down. I'm breaking that move down. I'm figuring out how I can translate it into a drill.
Like, Tony, this is the finals. We're trying to watch the game.
But so like, and I don't watch any other sport. I don't watch football. I don't watch baseball. I'm a snowboarder, so I watch X
that's
Games
cool,
once in a
that's
while.
cool.
But
I didn't know snowboarding.
I'm big on the snowboard.
Really?
Sean White over here.
I can get you.
That's
I got a
awesome.
couple of friends that go snowboarding every weekend. I'll look
Nasty
you
on
up.
the snowboard. She skis, but I'm on the snowboard.
Can't do either. I don't do snow.
But I'm straight basketball. But the ratings are down because just even the attention span. No one wants to watch a whole game anymore.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
No one's
right.
watching. They'll rather say, "I'll go to sleep and check the clips the next day."
But the clips are 4x what they were last year. So like you just got to find a way to monetize that. Everyone's talking about ratings being down, but they're just going to find a way. Like
ratings might be down, but interest isn't down.
way up.
Yeah, you know what I mean. It's
So you got to figure out how to capitalize.
Yeah,
off
it's
that,
a
right?
different
And they
kind
will,
of.
because they always do.
Yeah.
NBA's fine. Don't
You
worry.
two won't
Yeah.
be free too long for everybody.
No, I'm waiting for that day, man. All right, better point guard: Chris Paul or Jason Kidd?
Kid all day.
Okay.
Kid all day.
I was a big Kid fan.
I was
too.
a big Jason Kidd fan.
I was a Kid fan, but I'm a Chris Paul fan.
You are
I am.
because of snake dribble and all that.
The way he handles it, the size wise.
Yeah.
J Kidd was a bigger guard.
Yeah, well, Chris Paul has higher skill level, no doubt.
Highest skill level.
Yeah.
I mean, in his early years, right, Charlotte, when he was with just how fast he was. What he
Dunked
could
on
do
Dwight
with-
Hold
Howard.
up, hold up, hold up, hold up.
You wouldn't
hold
dunk on Dwight Howard,
Can
he
I
did.
ask him?
Yes, whatever.
Top 5 6 foot or under.
Ooh.
So who's?
So AI is 6
That's
foot.
where I was going. I know he's
Okay.
6'5". I've stood next to AI. I know he's
Okay,
under
he's
6
he's-
foot.
like
yeah, he's like
IT is
5'10".
5'8". Let's see. I think
Muggsy.
he ain't top 5.
So AI is number 1 under 6 foot for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to put IT in there. I'm a huge.
He's cooking right now.
Just dropped 40
Man,
back to back.
his pace, his cadence. I mean,
You got Conley in there? Mike Conley?
Oh.
he's played
17 years.
17 leagues.
17 years at 6 foot tall?
That's real.
All right, so you said IT. How about the original IT? Is he under 6 foot tall?
He's like 6'2".
He's a bigger.
Really?
See, they got stop lying about the height.
stand next to him, man.
It might be the shorts.
True.
I think he was a little over 6 foot though.
He was 6'1", yeah.
They gotta stop lying about the heights too.
But that's what I was gonna ask. Because I'm
About Nate
listening.
Robinson?
I was between 6'1" and 5'10" in college. ESPN, you see a couple different heights.
How tall are you for real?
I'm sticking with 5'10". I ends up coming from that because of that. My license still says 5'11", so maybe we go down.
He's 6'1". I think.
All right.
I just heard on the Carmelo 7 a.m. in Brooklyn, 7 p.m. in Brooklyn, that Dwight Howard's not 6'10", 6'11". He's like 6'8".
Oh, yeah.
Nah, he like 6'10".
His words, he said, "Yo, I'm only like 6'8".
Yeah, no, he's
what?
like 6. He's like 6'10".
The games had him at
Yeah,
7 foot every
He
time.
was like, "Oh, Melo taller than me." He was saying,
Yeah, right?
He did say that?
Yeah, he said it.
But like, I don't know.
knows?
I still think Dwight Howard's taller.
To me, Dwight Howard's 7 foot no matter what. Or
Yeah,
at least 6'11" something.
Big as hell. That's all that matters, man.
The league was lying about the heights.
How
is crazy.
tall are you?
6'8" and 3/4, like with bare feet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Shows
That's
six-
basically what we're about.
Shows
We're
a 6'9" on Google.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we had shoes on, 6'9".
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Why do they measure it? Why not measure with shoes? Like that's what you're playing with.
Yeah, right. That makes
Yeah.
I
sense.
get
The
the real.
fluctuation.
I get it.
Yeah. Because you know why? They want, like, I guess the whole thing now is like getting all transparency.
Yeah.
What your wingspan is, everything. So you can factor all that stuff in. I think is maybe a little bit more push with the gambling thing just to get everything right.
Makes sense.
Oh, probably.
Especially because Buddy
I
Hield
think
was lying
it was
about
like
his age.
wrestling, where like every wrestler was like a
He's
7
like a
foot
year
tall.
older. What?
So it's just like when you see
Oh, yeah.
when you're pulling up and see a lineup and you're starting 5, it's 6'10", 6'9", 6'8", 6'7", and 7'2". You're like, damn, but really them, you know, if
said it was
you really
six-
stand next to these guys.
We had
tall
him
guy,
at
6'6".
6'8". You know?
Yeah, it's just part of just intimidation factor. All right, next one. So a couple more of these, and then we'll get you guys out of here. All right, chicken wings or chicken fingers or tenders, whatever you guys want to call them.
Oh, okay.
Big Super Bowl
Bone
apps.
in.
Bone in.
Bone in,
Drums or flats?
flats.
Okay.
I'm a boneless guy. I'm lazy.
Yeah, I feel that.
I'm lazy. But if I have to go with the wings, it's flats. I can't. It has to be
Flats are
flats.
easy.
Really?
Quick, the routine right there.
That's easy.
It's
You ain't gotta be all that gnawing on that ear. Flats all day.
Valid point. Valid point.
Very good point.
All right.
What we got next?
So this one, once a week, we have one of the 12 questions be in the Uneducated Take Fight of the Week. We have another podcast that talks about MMA called Uneducated Take. So it's
Educated MMA.
and yeah, sorry, you switched the names a couple times. You messes me up. So who would win in a battle or a fight? Lucky, the Celtics mascot,
Okay.
or Benny the Bull, the Bulls mascot?
Like the fact that Benny has to wear a mask, a big head, he'll lose.
Just off that.
Anybody wearing a mask?
to the side.
Think about that. You get this. Lucky gets this. He's beating everybody. If you got to wear a mask, you're in trouble. You're in trouble.
Lucky's athletic too. You see them?
Yeah.
He's a athletic guy, bro.
Yeah.
Doing those flips up there.
Yeah, I got a cosign. I can't argue that. I can't argue that.
You put a mask on.
Right.
Little kids come up to you and wow. You don't even know. You don't even know where it's coming from. Yeah. Ideally, not wearing a mask. You know.
That makes sense. All right, last but not least, who retires first? Kevin Durant or Steph Curry?
Steph Curry.
Think so?
Yeah. Steph got 2 more years left. That's it.
He looks like he's.
This year and then 2 more, he's done.
Yeah,
It's
I feel that.
Kevin Durant, he gonna be playing like
He seems like he'll hoop forever.
forever. I think he
loves
likes.
it.
I think he
loves
likes like the league. I think
Yeah.
he likes playing and he gets buckets and
It's a style too.
Yeah.
You know,
it's timeless.
even
like,
if they
where
don't-
Steph's running around, it's like that's gonna wear more on your body.
And height wise, I mean, KD had at some point just say, "Yo, chill in the corner."
Yeah, he's taking shots.
Yeah,
And
right.
people don't understand how. I mean, if KD actually just shot more shots, like he's so, and you correct me if I'm wrong, he's so particular on his shots and shooting at a high clip that he takes good shots. He doesn't take
Yeah.
too many forced shots, not as much as I think he should.
Remember when he first came in the league when he was on Seattle? He was known for like taking
bad shots.
bad shots.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
but no,
he must have just mastered it. Like, okay, I found it perfect.
So you guys, have you heard of his 35-minute workout? Like
No.
100% effort every single rep, 35 minutes straight. Wow. It's like even Steph Curry was like, "This is how he works out every day." I mean, we're talking like, boom, get another one, get it back, guy on him,
spinning
just going, 35 minutes straight. It's a reason he's nasty.
Yeah, absolutely.
He don't like. Let me see how I feel. Like he just when he gets himself going, he's like, "You ready? All right, let's go."
He's a
Clears the
bucket.
court, and he just goes 35 minutes straight.
Yeah. He's a hooper, though.
That's
man.
legit.
He's
He loves the
he
game.
talks about he loves the game.
Yeah,
and like you said, the lifestyle. I still don't think he doesn't have a girl. He doesn't have kids.
Nah.
So he's that lifestyle.
ball.
Imagine that lifestyle.
The ball is
Why
life.
not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah,
Why give it up?
Like even like 5 years from now, he'll be 30. He'll be making 30 million.
Yeah.
Think about that. 30 million
And
to do
deserving
what he
it,
loves
too.
to do.
Yeah.
and it's easy for him now because he's been doing it for so long.
He cracked the code. Like he knows all the little, all the.
In what I think, he didn't get traded now, but he's out of Phoenix at the end of the year.
Well, but he's definitely out of Phoenix.
Yeah.
They pissed him off, try to trade him.
Try to trade him.
Yeah, he's out.
They asked too many people. That's the
Yeah,
problem.
it was, you know what I mean? They called too many teams, and KD's like, hold up, I thought you were just answering calls. You're out here
right.
trying to shut. Yeah, I'm out of here.
Dude, they called 10 teams.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah.
See what we can get for KD. Imagine. That's crazy.
No, but think about this for a second. When the Phoenix Suns were talking about Kevin, like they were talking about Jimmy Butler, it was Bradley Beal.
Yeah.
Yep.
All of a sudden, somewhere along the way,
They switched to KD.
yeah, you're gonna give up. This dude over here ain't playing in Miami. Wants all this money, holding the organization hostage, and y'all want him and not me.
Oh, I'm out of
Right?
here.
He's like, all right, I'm not going to the Warriors, but basically, I'm a fight. He basically was like, where am we going to go this summer? Basically,
right.
I'm going to stay healthy. I'm going to give him whatever effort I give, but
And that's, I don't understand. If I could see that, a regular fan, why can't a GM see that?
he can. No, but KD had to go, but he can also not like it. Nowadays, if you don't like where you're at, you just say, I want to go. It's like, name the last player that hit free agency, like big player. They signed a contract. If they don't like it, they just ask to be moved. Free agency is not a thing anymore.
That's so
Everyone's like, ooh, we're going to get cap space. This is what we're going to do with it. Who moves?
Yeah.
If you had KD and he's going into the last year of his contract, you're trading him.
Yeah.
You're not sitting on that. Then he walks away. That whole leaving Oklahoma City, that will never happen again. The way the NBA is now.
Yeah.
That's so true.
And now, like,
Wait,
I'm sorry.
so it came up with Steve Kerr said it recently how he rather it happen over the weekend rather than the throughout the week, the trade deadline, because you can get ready for a game, find out half before the game starts, got traded. So he hates the fact that he has to just like sit you out now, like Wiggins.
Yeah.
So do you feel the same way that he should be pushed
Nah.
towards the also break?
Just give me my money, man. I don't. $25 million, y'all can put me wherever.
There we go.
Like I'm not gonna be like, yo, I can't believe they traded me. I was like, did my checks clear? For real, like let's be real.
Tell me where I'm going.
Yeah, like
Deal.
it's okay. You know they pay for your move. They put you up for 3 months.
Really?
I didn't know
It
that.
ain't
We
like
didn't know
you
that.
ain't doing all that.
see, I thought Lily has to go to phone call, like, look for places to rent and stuff like
Nah.
that.
Lucas just got a $15
Like,
million
right-
house to say.
Yeah, like
then
right
you got
now,
traded.
you get traded. Let's say it's what is this March? So you get traded March. I'm sorry, February, March, April. If you make it to the end of the season, that's 2 months. The playoffs, another month. You just go there, live for free. And you're not. You can go back to
I
the
see.
same house. You want to bring your family. Like they make it out to like. I mean, I get it. Like players don't want to get traded. I understand all that, but it's better than like. Well, let's talk about the NFL where dudes get their contracts taken away.
Yeah.
You can trade me wherever you want. Don't take my money. I think everyone kind of agrees with that.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
That's real.
All right. Thank y'all, gentlemen, for coming
so
by.
much.
Yes,
This has been a lot of fun. This is the part we're doing these shout outs. Any shout outs you want to give? Choose your camera.
Yours is right there. Yours
Mine's
is
right there.
Yep.
Go ahead, Tony.
Shout
Hey, man.
out.
Shouting out these guys, putting us on the
Thank
platform,
you.
man. They doing their
Appreciate
thing. Shout out Scal, White Mamba. We gonna show North Shore something special. Shout out all the kids in the area. We about to grow it. We about to give you guys Give you guys something you ain't never seen before.
Love it. Love to hear it.
Yeah, and I'm all about shouting out Tony Gallo. Like what I'm going to continue to learn as a coach is going to be so valuable to all these kids. And I appreciate you coming out and all this stuff you're going to do for those kids, because I'm being honest with you. I know a lot about basketball, but I don't know what you know about training, and I think that's a big deal. So appreciate that.
Let's get it.
Amazing. Again, thank y'all for coming by. I hope we'll see y'all sometime soon again.
Yes, sir.
Co-host REG, co-host Sanchez, I'm Melly Mel. Make sure you like and subscribe on YouTube. Peace.
Solo.
Yes, sir.
Beautiful.
Fire.
806 The Show is a proud member of the Vibe Entertainment family, so make sure you follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, as well as Facebook and the Gram. Leave us some comments, hit us with some likes, show us some love. You already know. It's 806 The Show.
806 The Show,
Take that. 806 The Show.